Well, prepare yourself, guys. This is Chris, and this is Talking Through the Medias. And the death of Chadwick Boseman was a huge shock to me. It was me, especially. I'm a young black man. We were at the same age. I'm 40, died at 43. So I'm thinking a lot about my legacy, what I'm going to leave behind, and the question that keeps lingering, like, would I want certain things to end when I'm gone? And I'm going to be honest with you and say there are a lot of things that I would want to continue. If I was Chadwick, I would really, really have to believe this. I would think that T'Challa and his story is one of those things for him that he would want to see continue. So this is my 5 reasons why I think not only should T'Challa be recast in the MCU, but also why I believe that John David Washington should be considered for the role.
Is E3 Media.
Through the media.
Before we get into all that, I want you to hit the like and subscribe button. Become a follower of our little channel here, our blog, and everything else on social media. And also think about becoming a Patreon. It really helps out the community for us to bring you better content. Now, without further ado, why I think T'Challa should continue and why John David Washington is my pick. Number 1, Chadwick Boseman pays tribute to Denzel Washington at the 47th AFI Life Achievement Awards on June 6, 2019 on the Dolby Theatre. Chadwick Boseman tells the world there is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington. And not just because of me, my whole cast, that generation stands on your shoulders. Denzel Washington paid to send Chadwick to acting classes. It was this action that set the future of the king on his path to becoming the ruler of Wakanda on the big screen and portraying the first king of the MCU. The poetry to have JDW take on the role and continue that path that his father helped pave. It wasn't long ago when Disney paid for the rights for Fox, which includes like the X-Men, that fans were like clamoring that Denzel play Magneto. This could be the next best thing of us getting that. So think about that. Family and honor. The way John David Washington also honored Boseman probably will resonate with audiences a little bit more, pointed out the similarities between the two actors in an interview he did when he was out on the stump for the movie Tenet, from their drive, their education, the connections that they have. That was something that made me, and I'm betting a lot of people in Disney, think like this could be a way to go. There are those things that were pointed out about Shuri from fans eventually becoming the Black Panther in canon. Those are good points, but it would be a little rushed. We haven't had much time of Shuri and T'Challa on the screen together, showing their development, their chemistry, which they have great chemistry. Their story as brother and sister was only short-lived on the first movie. I want to see more of that before we ever think of coming close to passing the mantle on to his sister. To me, it would just feel rushed to make her the Queen of Wakanda. It'd almost be like for no reason, especially after what happened at the end of Black Panther 1. T'Challa was the undisputed king, and to start Black Panther 2 with Shuri just now I'm the ruler of Wakanda. And to give a one sentence, little quick, maybe a little flashback, little explanation, that to me would feel like it was disrespecting T'Challa. It makes more sense to have someone else help continue the story that is already in place. Number 3, powerful reminder. For those people saying that it would be disrespectful to Chadwick to continue using the T'Challa character moving forward with Black Panther, will be feeling y'all are going to be feeling so much differently when the next MCU movie comes out, and no matter what it is, and the movie ends, the credits roll, the screen fades to black, and then in white letters it slowly fades in loving memory of Chadwick Boseman, rest in power. And then you see that image of him on the screen as T'Challa. It's gonna get you. You're going to get the feels. You're going to start doing what we all do. A little time is going to go by. You're going to hear little rumors about the script and what could have been. Oh, but it was too disrespectful. So Disney decides to let it go. Now, I know there's rumors out there now that Disney is saying that they're not going to go with Black Panther 2. I'm hoping that's a rumor. It doesn't sound like something that they would do. They have replaced and recast characters with different actors before and continued on. War Machine, come on. Now, those are different situations, but it's still a recast. They are not shy about recasting. You're going to feel a lot differently when you see those words plastered on the screen, when you see his image up there on the screen. You're going to hear these little tidbits of the script. That would have been cool. I wish we could have saw that. That would have been awesome. And then you're going to be like, oh, well, it's never going to happen now because we all ganged up on Disney and said it would be too disrespectful as a Chadwick. Number 4, this has happened before. I'm reading off of my post that I wrote, and I'm just got to be that clear. This has happened before. I'll continue. John Campion, Papa Bear himself, says it all the time. It's the actor's job to service the movie / the character. It is not the movie's or character's job to service the actor. We all love Chadwick. It was a tragedy. His death was a tragedy. And like I said, he and I are in similar age, and it's probably why it hit me very hard with his death. But Chadwick himself would not want everything that he built, that he started, this path that he put these people on, the production team, the writers, and whatnot, and everybody that you work with, to just stop. It's our love for Chadwick and our selfishness that we want only him to play the role. And that makes sense because it's fresh. But it wasn't disrespectful to the Lee family when they digitally put Brandon Lee's face onto a stuntman or a fill-in to finish the Crow movie. It was probably never meant for Brandon Lee to play in part 2 or part 3 if he survived, because of the way the character is kind of written. It wasn't disrespectful to Christopher Reeves when Brandon Routh put on the tights and played the exact same Superman in the exact same universe. That was a continuation that was Christopher Reeves' Superman. It wasn't disrespectful when Dumbledore in Harry Potter's film was played by 2 different actors because of a death. It helped the story went on. No, he wasn't the star. It wasn't Harry Potter himself. But I'm pretty sure that if it happened to that actor, they probably would have recast. T'Challa's story needs to continue. We need more time with this character. It's the only way it'll help. It will also help the healing process. That's just my opinion on that too. Last but not least, number 5, my 5th and final reason why you should continue with T'Challa's story, and it should be John David Washington. It's because of Tenet. I just saw Tenet on the big screen. Now, I was a fan of Black Klansman. I also saw that in the theaters as well. And he's a good lead. Now, before that, I only knew him on that show Ballers. And I was thinking, no way, this guy. I was shocked when I found out that he was Denzel's son. Because I just thought he was just, I didn't think much of him. Because he was, you're standing right next to The Rock. I'm not, nobody really paying attention to you. Plus, he played that character very well. So he was more believable as his, being that athlete, that jock, and that semi screw up that he played in that role. Black Klansman proved that he can lead a film to success. It was great, but it was Tenet playing that commander, playing such a powerful character, being so smooth. All this stuff was also in Black Klansman too. But ever more so in a higher budget film to carry on your shoulders like Tenet, being so skillful, and somebody who was also fun loving. He proved it. It wasn't just a fluke in Black Klansman. He proved that he can carry the weight of it on his shoulders, that he could do a good job, and those similarities between him and Chadwick, how they were both raised, the influence that they have from Denzel Washington, to them the way the schools that they went to. It's just it to me. I feel like John David would be a person who, once it was announced, all of us would go, I could see that. That to me just makes the most sense. If he is even interested in it, I'm sure he would say yes. But the poetry behind it, it's a lovely story. I felt when we lost Princess Leia, I felt she should have been recast. And I didn't think that it would have disrespected the character or the actress at all. But I mean, that's just me. I mean, Meryl Streep and Carrie Fisher had a friendship. They have similar facial features. They look alike. She played her in another movie. They have a connection. The poetry behind it, it just speaks for us. I mean, I just feel like it's something that would also help in the healing process of the shock of losing Chadwick. To have the son of the man who helped launch Chadwick's career pick up the mantle and go, I got this. It's a feel-good moment. And then if he crushed it, and we no longer see John David Washington on the screen, we no longer saw Chadwick Boseman, we just see T'Challa. And then that back and forth with him and Shuri and him ruling Wakanda. I'm telling you. And then at the end of once again, because they would do it again. Another MCU movie, but if it was Black Panther 2, it would happen again. In loving memory of Chadwick Boseman. Rest in power. I'm telling you, it would sink in, and you would all of you who are saying they shouldn't do it at all, that warm feeling once you saw a great Black Panther 2 or 3 or next Black Panther movie done right, done the way it was meant to be done, and that ball picked up, that legacy just picked up by the new actor, and he crushes it. All the feels. You would be kicking yourself for thinking, why did I ever say this should not have been made? This was amazing. This was amazing. If they did it right. But that's my reasons, guys. Those are my 5 reasons why I feel like the character should continue on, and John David Washington should also be considered, if not just straight up be given the role to play T'Challa in Black Panther from this day moving forward in the MCU. Let me know what you guys think about that. My reasons. What did I convince you, or were you a person out there that was like, no, it should be recast, replaced with Shuri, another character, bring back Killmonger, or don't do any more Black Panther movies at all? Or did I convince you? Let's in honor of Chadwick himself, let's keep it going. Let me know. Put it in the box below, and we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll talk about it on We Got Your Mail. Hey, thanks, guys, for listening to me go on about this. I'm real passionate about it, as you guys know. I love the Black Panther character. It meant a lot to me. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. And once again, guys, till next time, peace.